Qela Castopla, Nuka Kamnawadzi, Gaikenlach Yelis, Gaikenlach Numgris. Today I'm hiding down the beach. I came for a ride and I'm like, I can't go home right now. I have to wait a little while to go back home. And so I've been kind of just circling Alert Bay, but I'm appreciating the quiet time right now and not having to hear any noise right now. So if I feel overstimulated in any kind of way, I have to just take my own break and not talk to anybody for a bit. So this is my little alone time. But on my breaks and my alone time, it's like I'm sleeping and I'm thinking, and when I'm sleeping, I'm actually remember things that I've forgotten throughout the day. So it kind of like, I don't know, I guess I don't rest. But it's all good. And so we've been going through, sorry, I was looking out there because I'm looking at the scenery here. So I'm going through introductions, and we started with a name, and I started off with my name, Nuguam, Kamnawadzi, Gaitlach Yelis, Gaitlach Numgris, Hetman Umpi Wasp Allah, Jutman Umpuchta Wasp Allah. So the first one, when I was introducing my father, I was saying Hetman Umpi Wasp Allah, but you can't see him. The second one is if he's across the room, and I can say Jutman Umpuchta. Okay? So the third way that you introduce your father is if he's sitting right here and he's at arm's length and he's like very close to you, you say Getman Ump Gya, Getman Ump Gya, Getman Ump Gya, Getman Ump Gya Wasp Allah, Getman Ump Gya Wasp Allah. Again, Getman Ump Gya Wasp Allah. And I've also heard another way of saying it is Gatman Ump Gada Wasp Allah, Gatman Ump Gada Wasp Allah, Gatman Ump Gada Wasp Allah. So let's go through it. So we're going to introduce our name, the village we come from, the tribe we come from, your father that's not here, he's invisible, to your father being across the room, to your father being like right here, right beside you, and you can actually touch him, okay? Or he's like beside you, very close, okay? So we're going to practice all of that in one shot, okay? And then, so I'm going to leave the name of your father blank, okay? So, Nukwa Gaitlanlach, and then you're going to say your village, Gaitlanlacha, and your tribe, Hetman Umpi, you can't see him, Hetman Umpi, Jutman Umpuchta. Insert your dad's name. He's across the way. Getman Ump Gya, Getman Ump Gya, Getman Ump Gya. Insert the name. So he's right here. Okay? So it really does make a difference when you're introducing to, if you can see them, you can't see them. We have a lot of visible, invisible type scenarios. We have like the location, the locators. There's a bunch of different ways, and you might have learned a different way. So you could even say Gee, I don't even know. There's just different ways that you might have learned, and your way is not wrong, my way is not wrong, and we're just learning different from different elders, right? So this is the one I learned when I was doing my master apprenticeship with my granny Daisy Seaweed Smith. She was actually teaching me locators, and I remember sitting there because it was like 6 days of straight immersion with her. And then I'm finally like, I just had enough. I was like, Gran, I can't do this anymore. Like, I'm just so upset and feeling like I was going to fail at Kwakwala. I literally was starting, well, not from the ground up, but I didn't know as much as I know now. And my granny was such a patient teacher. And she's like, well, what do you think you need to do, Pee-wee, to learn Kwakwala? I'm like, Gran, I'm a very visual learner. I almost think I need my dad here, or I need pictures to help me learn this better, because this is not doing anything for me, like, you know. So I started taking all the pictures off my wall, and I introduced my mom, dad, granny, and grandpa, my son, you know, like, I just had to make life, and you have to do what it takes to have what you want when you're learning language, right? So I had to make those quick changes for myself, and I had to figure out a way to get through and push through to learn Kwakwala. And that's what it's about, right? Like, some like to write, some like to say, I can't learn that way. I can't learn the way you're teaching, so I have to write everything down. I only learn by reading. I only learn by, you know. So to each their own. If that's the way you learn, then that's the way you learn, right? I happen to love almost like role-playing type stuff. I like to have pictures in front of me. I like to even have like little men here just to show, like, this is my dad, now my dad's over there, and now my dad is like gone, and I throw him across the room. You know what I mean? So there's just ways, and you have to find a way if you want to succeed with language. The other thing, and the other way that you can push forward with language, is to do your homework. Don't wait for other people to just give you the answers to your questions. Go out and find it. There's a lot of Kwakwala people that's around. The Kwakwala people, like, turn to an elder, make them your best friend, phone them, you know, visit them. They will become a best friend with you, and they're really, really loving, caring. They get really lonely, and I text around to so many elders now. It's just really awesome. It's a really awesome journey, but it's not only a journey. This is our language, and the sad part is, yes, our language is it's very endangered, but there's a lot of language warriors out there that's learning like crazy, and they want to save language. And whether you're putting just one word on your Facebook, you're texting someone with a language, using as much language as possible. So it's like you could like light a match, and this is a really bad little way of, it's a bad little way of thinking about it, but it's like grabbing a match, throwing it, and watching everything ignite. So it's like it takes one person to do that, right? One person to say, I'm going to learn language, and then they're going to start to teach, and then it's going to go like this. It's like a ripple effect, right? So anyway, let's continue to learn together. I'm going to do a quick review before I get off this video. It's the longest video I've made. So Qila Kasta Ukhla Nukwa Kamenawadzi Gaitlach Ilis Gaitlach Namris Hetman Umpi Wasp Allah Yutman Umpuchta Wasp Allah Gatman Umpga Wasp Allah Qila Kasta Ukhla Hala Kasta Ukhla